So now, please welcome the official, non-official, non-sponsor of the Savannah Bananas, but a big fan. Please welcome John Fletcher.
Well, thank you, my friend Jesse Cole, owner of the Savannah Bananas, and welcome to this edition of 15 on Fridays with Fletch, because my guest introduced me to the Savannah Bananas 2 years ago. Like the Bananas, he's a showman, another P.T. Barnum. He started selling furniture in a vacant lot on I-45 in Houston under a tent. From there, he grew to become the largest volume single-point furniture store in America. He's also been close friends with American presidents, astronauts, Houston Astros, and average men and women on the street. He became known for his simple phrase, "Gallery furniture saves you money," and he said it while jumping up and down on a mattress. He makes outrageous bets on his favorite teams, and if his team wins, everyone who bought furniture leading up to that day receives a 100% refund. So please welcome one of the most energetic people you're ever going to meet, and that's after several bouts in the hospital, the owner of Gallery Furniture in Houston, Jim Mattress Mack McIngvale. Jim, little known fact, did you play on the University of Texas national champion team, football team in 1970?
I certainly did, John. I played the bench, but I was on the team.
That's great. That's wonderful. Well, tell us about how you began selling furniture under a tent on I-45.
Well, I was in the furniture business in Dallas for a couple of years, and I wanted to have my own store. Didn't want to open a store in Dallas to compete with my boss who taught me the business. So my wife and I moved down here to Houston. We took over an abandoned model home park that was inhabited by homeless people that had no water or electricity for about a year. So obviously it was quite filthy when we took it over, but we found a way to make it work, and we're still here 44 years later, still taking care of customers and selling furniture.
Wow. Tell us what your aha moment was that told you you could create a huge furniture store.
Never had an aha moment that told me that. Just grinded it out every day. And it's still the same way. It's survival every day, take care of every customer every day. And if you do that, you'll be successful. The aha moment, life is a process, not an event. Too many people are looking for that big key event to change their life. The key event to change your life is grinding it out every day.
And you've been a hero as you rescued Houstonians from hurricanes and flooding. Why did you do it?
What was I going to do? Let my people drown? They're out there drowning. They're calling me, say, come get us. So we loaded up and we went and got them. That's what we do that tomorrow if the same thing happens. So we're here to, we all have a responsibility, John, for the well-being of the community. And at Gallery Furniture, all of us take that very seriously.
And you sent your trucks out into the community to rescue people and bring them back home, right? Back to you.
We sure did, through the 6-foot high water. And one of our guys was rescuing some people. He got caught up in a manhole and the water was sucking him down into Galveston Bay, and miraculously he fought his way out. So that was one of the scary parts. But other than that, it was great. We brought people out here and they lived here for 3 or 4 days, and we fed them. They slept here. They ate here. They slept on the sofas, and all of these people were aghast that I would do that. Why wouldn't I do it? And they said, what are you going to do after with all this furniture, these sofas and mattresses these people slept on and ate on for 3 days? I said, what the hell do you think I'm going to do with it? I'm going to have a sale.
That's great that you did it. So you're the ultimate salesman. Tell us about how you bet so big on major events to potentially give away free furniture.
Yeah, it's just a hedge bet. For instance, if we did it several times at the Astros win the World Series, you get your money back. And we ran that from April all the way through October or November, whenever they won the championship. The most spectacular bet I ever made was in 2020, whenever the last time the Astros won was, I think we won $74 million and ended up refunding $76 million because I forgot there was a 4% surcharge on all the credit cards. So we had to pay that back too. But you win some, you lose some, and sometimes you get rained out.
But not in the Astrodome, or not at Dakin Park now.
Dakin Park, that's right.
That's it. So do you ever get tired of being called Mattress Mack?
No, I like being called Mattress Mack. I gave myself that name. I was reading about a guy in West Texas that was in the tire business, and his business was horrible, and he was about to go out of business. So he decided he'd start everywhere he went, whether he went to church, the PTA group, or the grocery store, he'd wear a tire around himself and became known as a tire man, and he got rich. So I thought if I could get known as a mattress man, I could sell a lot of mattresses. And certainly that's what happened.
Well, and if you weren't in the furniture business, what would you want to do?
Well, if I went in the furniture business, what would I want to do? I'd have some shtick where I could promote, I think.
Well, and you wrote a book called Always Think Big. That's where I first met you. I came by, I'd read the book, and you said, I work every night till like 9 or 10 o'clock. And I drove by at like 8:45, and I thought, I'm just taking a chance. And there you were. And that's why I bought so many copies of the book. Tell us about the most important points of Always Think Big.
The book was written so long ago, I can't remember any of it. But the most important thing about if you want to be successful in life, is my simple quote: the best ability is availability. Show up is 95%. Mark Twain said 95% of life is showing up. So show up, go to work, and show out, and you'll be fine. That's my advice.
Well, and you've done such big things. At your tennis center, you hosted the Davis Cup when the United States played Spain, and you pulled a pretty big trick that year because the Spaniards knew that you had clay courts there. They were kind of excited, but then you brought in grass courts from Wimbledon, I guess, or from England. Tell us about how that all came about. I mean, that's an interesting thought.
My wife and I have always been involved in tennis, and we promoted lots of tennis tournaments out there, like the Tennis Masters Cup, the Davis Cup, the U.S. Men's Clay Court Championships. And so we decided we wanted to have all four Grand Slam tennis surfaces as a marketing gimmick. So we had the grass brought in from some guys from Wimbledon, put it in, and we had the clay courts, we had all that. And thank God Pete Sampras and the U.S. Men's Davis Cup team won that Davis Cup there that time. Otherwise, it would have been a lot of money for nothing.
Well, and we were there, went to it, had just such an incredible time with it. So tell us at Gallery Furniture, you're known for even, I said, having food and everything. It's not just a furniture experience. Tell us about that.
Yeah, we try to entertain the children and entertain the adults, and we feed our team members free lunch and dinner every day. What I've found is that when people eat together, they become friends and get to know each other, and it builds a sense of community. So we have a rule as far as our team members go: you can't have an iPhone or iPad in the lunchroom. You got to sit there and actually talk to the person next to you. Imagine that, and all sorts of things are fine. Some guy has a problem, the person next to him may be able to solve it. So it's great for building community. One of the problems we have in this country anymore is we don't have a community. In 1900, the average size of the U.S. household was 10.5 people. Now the average size of the U.S. household is less than 2. So we're trying to build a sense of community here.
Well, and you've always had some entertainment elements at Gallery Furniture too. Tell us about it. One time you had a bowling alley. Tell us about
bowling alley. That damn bowling alley broke too much, so we took it out. We had dinosaurs in here, and they were big animated dinosaurs. They scared the kids when the kids came in, so we had to take those out. And the entertainment now probably is me, because I'm like the monkey in the zoo.
Well, as you look at the next thing that we're going to see, I know that you were shooting commercials this morning. It's starting at 7 o'clock. We appreciate you making time for us. If you're not jumping up and down on the mattress anymore, tell us about a typical commercial.
We're making commercials now about different products that we have, like the fabulous Mack recliner that's been very successful for us. It is a recliner that people can sleep in. A lot of people can't sleep in mattresses because they had surgery or they had a heart operation or whatever. So we're selling a lot of those and promoting that, and just teaching people about the benefits of getting a great night's sleep, whether it's in a mattress or a recliner.
So when people talk to you about the things that you've done in the community, what are a couple of the statements that they made that just really touched your heart the most?
About once a week, somebody sees me and they break into tears because I did something for them that was memorable 20 to 30 years ago. I had this lady come out here yesterday that was buying furniture, and I spoke at her junior high school way back when about saying no to drugs. And she said she took that to heart, and many of her friends didn't, and they went down the wrong road, and she's been very successful in life. She attributes a lot of that to my speaking at her junior high school. So things like that are quite impactful, and we're still out there trying to make a difference. We all have a responsibility, John, for the well-being of the community, and too many people just think about how much money can I make and how many material possessions can I accumulate. We're thinking about how we can make Houston and Texas a better place.
So now, are you still addicted to lifesavers like you were several years ago?
Yeah, I'm still addicted to John Fletcher's Lifesavers.
uh, Folks, I send them a big bag, about 2 pounds of lifesavers about every couple months.
Yeah,
And
no sugar in those.
no, not a bit of sugar. They're perfect. They're great. Well, tell us about, if you're speaking to aspiring entrepreneurs, what does somebody need to know about elevating their business to the next level?
Yeah, first of all, you got to find a job you love to do. You never have to work a day in your life. If going to work is a chore, find something else. And if you're going to be an entrepreneur, you got to be willing to be broke for years, because it's not going to be success overnight success. People come to me all the time and they say, "I understand you became an overnight success." I say, "Yeah, it just took 44 years and counting. But now I'm retired. I only work half a day now. That's only 12 hours a day, so I'm working half days."
Oh, that's great. And you've done some outrageous things. You bought the Grand Champion steer at the Houston Livestock Show. What are some more of the outrageous things that you've done over the years?
Oh, geez, there's too many to count. I sent a bunch of kids to Rome way back when to meet the Pope. I flew a plane out to the Astros game, World Series against the Dodgers, when the first time the Astros won the World Series in 2017. I did a bet on Super Bowl one time. I didn't hedge the bet. I lost $9 million on that. And my wife called me all sorts of choice names after that one, but I've done a lot of wacky stuff.
Well, and then when you sent the plane out, weren't a lot of the people on there first responders? So
Yeah,
you
we sent first responders out there, and we give away matches to first responders all the time. We just got through. We've given away about 1,000 matches to people in Texas Hill Country after the horrific flooding on July 4th. Plan on going out there one more time and giving away more matches. So again, it's about having a responsibility for the community, and all of our team members get behind the efforts, and we get it done.
Well, and it's like you said, you feel a personal responsibility. You don't feel that it's just giving, but you feel it's part of your ethos. It's part of who you are, and who you feel that you want to express that's the person you are.
Yep. To whom much has been given, much is expected. It's kind of that simple.
If there was something else that you'd want to share to people about, if you were writing a new book today, what are 2 or 3 things that you'd want people to know about you that they might not know about you?
Oh boy, what would want to know about me I did a on I did a I announced my retirement after my open heart surgery last year, and my wife called me up and said, "I didn't know you were retiring." I said, "It's April Fool's, dummy." And people ask me all the time when I'm going to retire. I'm going to die at the front desk, and I'm going to die happy.
Well, yeah. Well,
I
and
work to live and I live to work. That's what I'm here for. I'm a workhorse, not a show horse.
well, that's it. Well, and so what can we expect to see from you? Your next big deal. I mean, you got baseball seasons winding down. Astros aren't in it. What are you going to be doing in 2026 that may surprise us as the big bet?
2026 will be a year of celebrating the 150th anniversary of the United States, and we're going to spend 2026 celebrating Made in America products. I have people all the time ask me, I'm worried about tariffs. There's no tariffs on American-made products, so we will continue to promote American products. We will continue to promote American jobs. What we need is to get more people in this country to work, get them off welfare, because work brings purpose and meaning to life. So what you can expect from me in the future is continue to promote the fact that work is life's greatest therapy.
Well, and you also help with education with kids. Tell us about that real quickly.
Yeah, we've got a high school out here for students that are 16 to 26 that never finished high school. In fact, I just saw a bunch of them walking across the store here, getting to the classroom. We have those are the least last and lost kids that dropped out of school. So we have a free high school for them as we try to get them educated. And we also have a place called Work Texas, where we teach skilled trades to Texans. The state of Texas is in an absolute acute shortage of electricians, pipe fitters, welders, all sorts of skilled tradesmen right now, because for every 2 that get hired on, 3 retire. And we've done a horrific job in this country of making people that work with their hands, make them feel like they're inferior to people who went to college. So we're working very hard on skilling up electricians. In fact, I'm told that electricians out in West Texas and Abilene are in such high demand right now, they need thousands and thousands of electricians in the West Texas areas. They're building those giant electrical generators for all the
for the oil field.
Chat GPT stuff, you know,
Oh, yeah,
for the
right.
AI generation. And we need, we're going to need 400,000. We're going to need in Houston alone 40,000 electricians for the expansion on the Texas Medical Center and the ship channel. So all sorts of jobs are needed. We want to skill up people. We have a trade school. We're skilling them up. We've trained about 1,000 people so far, and it's free. We're going to keep training them so they get good paying jobs. What we need in this country is more people that work and bring home a paycheck and not sit at home waiting on a welfare check. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Well, thank you, Mattress Mack, the ultimate showman and community supporter for Houston and Texas. I've said it before and I'll say it again. With all you do, I don't see how anybody can justify buying a stick of furniture anywhere else. We love you, Jim. Thanks for joining us for 15 on Fridays with Fletch. And folks, we'll see y'all again next week. Thanks,
Take
Matt.
care, John. Great to talk to you.